Hello everyone, my name is Source and welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock Ironman, part 28. And today, I'm finally starting dungeons. Yeah, I said last time I wasn't going to do any more foraging updates because, it's just going to get repetitive if I keep doing it. So, I may as well, start something new and fresh. That way, I can do a little bit of dungeons and then go back to foraging updates and then a little bit of dungeons and then go back to something else and then a little bit of dungeons. So dungeons is always going to be, I'm always going to be doing dungeons basically, because it is just like a huge part of the game. So, yeah, that's something I'm just going to be doing for the, majority of the profile. I'm just going to be doing in the background and you'll probably see a lot of dungeons. So, but before we get into any of that, if you do find yourself enjoying it at any point, remember to like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, I'm just going to get into some rules first. So, obviously I want to make it a little bit of a challenge. So, there's a couple of rules that I'm going to be working on that I'll explain. But before I get into the rules, I just want to explain why I want to do it. And it's because I've already got a profile that's like, I've done most of the floor. I think I've done M6, but I don't think I've done M7 yet. And I kind of just flew through them. So I kind of did get carried a little bit in like the early stages, but as I got to like M3-ish roughly up to there, I never really liked dungeons, so I was a bit I was a bit overpowered for it. So I kind of flew through like M1 to M4-ish. But I want to make it more of a challenge like early on. So these rules I'm going to be setting out are just for me. You're like, if you're following along or anything, you don't have to do it. This is just like maybe to make it a little bit more exciting, or maybe it's just make it a bit more a challenge for me. So yeah, these rules are just quite simple, really. But to start, I want to do 100 of each floor before I go into the next one. That's excluding entrance, because you can't get it. There's no loot from entrance. Like it's you just finish the watcher and then you're done. So from floor 1 up to floor 7, I want to do 100 floors of those. So like 100 floor 1, and then I can go into floor 2. And that 100 floors is probably going to be with Party Finder, because at the moment I don't really have a party that I can just like call up and get to play at any point. But yeah, it'll probably be 100 floors with Party Finder, and that's including F7. But you may notice that I said like floor 1 to floor 7, because master mode you kind of do need parties and you do need to be a bit more like communicating and stuff. But for them, I want to be able to solo floor M1, M2 and M3, or get close to solo M3 before I can just do them. Like, I want to be able to solo the boss. I kind of did this on my other profile as well. Like, but as I was going into master mode, I didn't want to I didn't want to embarrass myself in Party Finder, so I went into M1 and I'd try and solo Bonzo, and eventually I would do it. And I did that for floor 2 as well, and then eventually floor 3 I got very close. I ended up doing it in a duo with my mate before going into Party Finder and doing however many runs I did. I don't even know. After that it does just get hard, so most of the time I won't get carried. I'll try my very, very best to not get carried, but obviously Party Finder is just so like unpredictable. There might just be like 1 or 2 runs where someone just joins with a hype. He just hypes all the bosses and kills it immediately. So that's kind of why I'm doing 100 runs, because it gives me like a lot of chance to, like in that 100 runs, there's probably going to be some runs where we're all equal. There's going to be as little runs as I can where someone's carrying us, and then there's probably going to be a bunch of runs where I might be the highest geared player, and that's just the way it goes. There might be some runs where I get carried, but I'm going to try and minimize the amount of carriedness that I can get by doing these 100 runs. That's just a little challenge. So that's most of the rules. If I've left any out, I'll try and remember and tell you another time. But that's most of the rules that I can think of off the top of my head. So this is what I'm going to be wearing. It's 2 pieces Fierce Ender, and then 2 pieces Fierce Unstable. All growth 5, prof 5. No hot potato bucks, but I've actually got some hot potato bucks on my island, so I'm going to put them on me dragon pieces. They should be in here, yeah. And there we go. There should be 9 on each piece. So all hot potato books do is give you a little bit of extra health and defense. I should put 10 on this one and 8 on this one. Okay, whatever. Yeah, to just give you a little bit of extra health and defense, and then you can eventually put it into fuming potato books, but I don't got any of them yet, so gonna have to wait on that. The weapon I'm gonna be using is me spicy cleaver, and the reason I'm gonna be using this is because it's a dungeon sword, which means it's gonna do extra damage and it's got like extra stats and everything inside a dungeon. And the way you can see it is, see the little like grey like brackets. That's what you're gonna get inside the dungeon. So it still gives stats outside of the dungeon, but inside the dungeon it's just gonna give better stats. And I can keep upgrading this if I go warp dungeon hub. In Anita, I can't see it yet, but the cleaver can upgrade to like, you know, all these different ones. So I've got this one and I've got this one, which is what I've got now, the super cleaver. And then when I complete floor 3, I can get the hyper cleaver, and then when I complete floor 6, I can get the giant cleaver. So yeah, the way I'm gonna be, or the class I'm gonna be playing is Berserks as well, because I just feel like I'm gonna be doing the most damage in that. But some other things I'm gonna be needing is probably me bow. Yeah, I may as well take it. I'll take this. And I'm actually going to swap out me grappling hook for me healing wand. And I'm probably going to need some super room TNT, so I'll just buy half a stack. And then, yeah, I think that's going to be good. Okay, so I'm not sure how this first one is going to go, because you know, I haven't done dungeons on this profile yet. So I might just give it a go. I'm tuned into speed at the moment, which isn't too bad, I guess, but you know, you don't really need speed. And yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into an entrance. I'm gonna try and find a party for that. Time to make friends. Yes, Paul is my, and it's bingo. So there's gonna be lots of like other people running around. I'm not gonna be doing this bingo. I know I said like 4 bingos ago I was going to be doing a bingo, but I'm not going to be doing this one either because it's Paul. But, you know, hopefully this goes well. So here we go. Into the dungeon with literally a full party of bingo. And some wallet. Okay, whatever. We'll just have to hope that this goes well. Okay, I'm not taking too much damage, which isn't too bad. Look at all the beast areas, holy moly. When it comes to dungeons, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the best. I'm not, you know, I don't memorize secrets or anything. I just follow the route that I've got. But I do know, you know, the basics, like, you know, there's obviously the starred mobs like this guy, which me mod is helping me with, but I'm gonna like this guy probably. Activate my ability. There we go, look at that, he's dead. I don't really want to be blood rushing now, but I think I'm the only berserk. No, we have one of the berserk, so I might as well just go try to do it. Yeah, see, like, I haven't even blood rushed yet and I'm already doing secret. Like, you know, I'm being honest, I'm not the best dungeon player, but dungeons is a big part of the game, so I don't have to get into it. So the nice thing about entrance is it's really, really small, and you know, you don't have to do too much, really. So, you know, it should go by pretty quick, and then we can get into floor 1. Another thing as well is I'm going to be dropping armor pieces, so I might just see if any of them are worth wearing, like, you know, tank maybe, or zombie soldier or something like that. I'll have to have a look. I might watch a video and see. It's been so long since I've done dungeons. But I haven't died yet, which is good, so, you know. Okay, I did this whole room of secrets. A lot of my team's dead though, which is a bit unfortunate. But the score doesn't matter, so it's fine. Oh god. Oh no, don't test me on this, please. Click. Click. Yeah, look, I have no idea what I'm doing with this waterboard. It's gone into red, but that's it. What is going on? What is this? See, yeah, I'm used to bad lines. Like, this is very interesting. I'm just gonna flick this again. Oh, we did it. Don't know how we did that, but you know. So yeah, as you thought, this has got no rewards. There's no like reward thingy. But I was saying just then, I might buy these dark goggles just for more intelligence, and it's at least a dungeon helmet. So I'm just gonna equip them. That is not the right thing. Yeah, this is what I'm looking like at the moment. This dark goggles. I'll refast these to VS in a second. And yeah, but the party's all gone, so you know. I just finished another run because I wanted to try and get some of this armor actually. Skeleton grunt. I was looking for the leggings, but I think I'll just wear the these heavy leggings instead. And look at that, level up to level 100. That's cool. You know, 25 bill auction house limit, doesn't matter. Jerry emblem, I don't really care for them. And then daily coin trading limit, doesn't matter. But level 100 is cool, so you know. Okay, so looking here, I think these are gonna be better. The fierce rotten leggings. So I'm gonna wear them, and I'm just gonna put this in here, just like so. And yeah, this is our dungeon stuff. I've been trying to get to the dragons or like the mini bosses whenever they pop up, but I haven't been getting any shards, so I don't really know what's going on there. So I'm gonna try floor 1 now, and hopefully it'll go nice. Because here we go. This is the lowest level one, because this is level 12 and this is level 28, but this is only like 2 low levels. So I'm gonna join these guys, and you know, hopefully no one crazy joins for the floor 1 completion. So the things I'm looking for floor 1 is, let me have a look at my list. Bonzo mask, Bonzo staff, and then any books I can get. So like, I think you can get ultimate wires from this floor, and I desperately need these for that. So yeah, hopefully cross your fingers that I can get them. There we go. Let me see my damage. Okay, I'm not doing too bad actually. I'm like 4 hitting them. But because the way Berserk works, I'm like, you know, like I'm not aiming at them and still hitting them. So they just hits loads of them at once. Let me cut these stars for people. Oh god. Yeah, okay. So I just need to watch out and not get caught off guard by the what's it called? Not get caught off guard and die to them. So you know, that's just something I gotta do. Come on. There we go. Okay, so just have to watch and make sure my health doesn't just shoot down. Because my dragon pieces are still not dungeonized, because I think you need to be a high level caster for that. I might have to look at that actually, because it might not be anymore. There we go. I can run down this way and help him with the rooms. So, I also want to get a Dreadlord sword. That would be nice. Oh god. Help! Wow, there's two of them. No, 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 no. I'm gonna die again. Why has he just left me with this? There we go. I got frags that time actually, okay, that's good. And I got the skeleton grunt leggings that I wanted. So I'll have to equip them in a second. There we go. And just like that, Bonzo is dead. I don't, does he come back alive? I thought, is it, or is that only master mode? Yeah, okay. He does come back alive. I thought that was only master mode. There we go, nice. Okay, not too bad. 10 minutes. That's actually awful. But, oh, look at that. That is something else. Bonzo's mask first run. I'm going to lead this party though because I think I'm going to do more entrance before I get into it. But obviously I'm going to buy Bonzo's mask for £1 mil. I'll explain why this is in a second. Most of you probably already know, but if you don't, you know. So the reason Bonzo's mask is good is because the ability, instead of dying, gain damage, immunity for and 22 strength for 3 seconds. So it just saves you death, basically. Yeah, this is the setup at the moment. Fierce Bonzo's mask, unstable drag, chestplate and boots, and then skeleton grunt leggings. Okay, so this party's a bit of a carry. This guy's just insta-killing him, so I'll leave this one after, but this is second run, and it's a 313, because of Paul, obviously we get 10 extra score, before they start another one. Nothing in this one. We got a brooch, which is good for mana, and another one there, so 40 and 80, so yeah, I might just buy the brooch. So yeah, let me find another party then. Here we go, coming to the end of another run. This is run 3, I think. And this one's a little bit more, like, even. Because these guys aren't doing much. Like, you know, a crazy amount of damage. Oh my god, why is he after me? Yeah, they're not doing a crazy amount of damage. They're doing more than me, obviously, but, like, you know, that's to be expected, because look at me. Can you stop doing that, please? There you go. Come on. There we go. Nice. My mask actually saved me there, as you can see. It probably said somewhere. Yeah, your Bonzo mask saved your life. Which is nice. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing. 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 Okay. Just a bunch of books and stuff, so I might buy that for the brooch, but it's 200k. I don't know. I'll see. I'm just gonna buy the free one actually. I don't really care enough. I'll get loads of these brooches when I've got more money, but for now I'm just gonna no. Here we go. Another boss coming to an end. This is the same guys as last time because, you know, seems pretty even, so may as well stick with him. And he's after me again. Nice. Basically this exact same chest as last time where Feather Fallen, Rank, Infinite Quiver, Feather Fallen, Rejuve, and Combo. Okay, it's gonna be free chest again. So I don't need any of that. Here we go. This is number 4, I think, or number 5. Can't really remember. I think it's number 4. Tell me again, like why? There we go, he's dead. Nice. This is number 4, or maybe number 5. Okay. Another Bonzo's mask, which I'm not gonna buy because I've already got one. But that's cool to see. It would have been nicer if there was a, you know, staff, but I feel like that's quite rare to get to. I don't know. I don't really know the chances of them all, but you know, there we go. Oh, we didn't even get the middle chest. I think someone went into early. And yeah, nothing. Okay. So I just got done with a bunch of, oh, I say a bunch of 2 floor 1s. As you can see there, 1 there, and then if I scroll up a little bit, 1 there. And first off, my cat level up to level 8 and suddenly berserk. But I'm holding this, which is a Dreadlord sword, and this is really, really good. Like, this is like super budget hype, basically. So if I go to the graveyard and show you what you can do with the Dreadlord is it's just a mage weapon from dungeons, but you know, if I had mana it'd work. But yeah, as you can see, it just does loads of area damage. Obviously it's not like exactly like a hype, but you know, as you can see, it does a lot of damage, like 5k there, 6k there, and it's got no enchants or anything on it. Oh, it does have enchants on it because I've got dungeons, but you know, ignore that. And yeah, that's a good mage weapon, so I'm going to be keeping this for a little while at least, until maybe like Spirit Scepter or something. And you know, it's a nice weapon to have, especially when I'm like fishing or something, and I need a mage weapon that I can, like, you know, if they're like sharks, it's a fishing festival or something, I can go over and, you know, do this from a little bit away, like, you know, I give a scenario. Yeah, let's say someone spawned a shark, like over there, you know, on the other side of the pond. I could just do that and get like one little bit of loot sharing, and you know, you can spam it a little bit, especially while I'm wearing crystal armor. You know, I'm spamming it. Look at it, and it's working. It is nighttime, so I'm not getting the full effect of it, but it's, you know, the mana isn't too crazy. It's 40 mana. Alright, so it's been a little while, and I'm at 15 collections at the moment, and it's going really slow because these parties are the worst. Like, they just don't know how to play. I feel like I'm the only one who knows what's going on. Like, failed puzzles, there's like 19,000 deaths. The run's taking 4 hours. Like, it's just in shambles. It's awful. But you know, that's a challenge that I've got to deal with. So at the moment, I've sorted out these chests. So this is all the books that I've got. and this is like just some like junk that I've got going on. Obviously I've got the Dreadlord sword, but I'm looking for, that's a 47. They're all like high levels. What I mean by that is the item quality there. So the higher that number goes, the better stats it gets from that floor. So if you have a 50 out of 50 Dreadlord sword, that's going to be way better than a 2 out of 50 Dreadlord sword. And I also got this, which is a assault. So if you read it, it gives you a 1 in 25 chance to charm the mobs you defeat inside the catacombs and capture their shards. And I actually meant to make some of the assaults, like the bonbons or something. Yeah, I was going to go after these Exalted Lush Lilac bonbons, but I can actually make one now. I might just do that. Because it gives me a 1% chance to charm the mob and capture their shards. So it's basically just the same thing as this, but this is slightly better. And I got this from Seeker. Like, as I was running around, I just collected one and I saw something that I didn't quite recognise. So I actually, you know, picked it up, because normally I just leave them on the floor or like leave them floating about the chest or whatever. But I actually picked it up and it was a thingy. I thought it was shard at first, but then I read it and it was a salt. So I'm just going to consume this because it's 12 hours. And I'm not sure whether this is like Godpa, where it's going to last 12 hours while I'm online, or whether it's just like a cookie where it's offline as well. But you know, I'll find out. Can I consume this? How do I do this? Oh, left click and consume. You know, charm catacombs members for 12 hours. Okay, yeah, I have no idea if that keeps going while I'm offline, but you know, I'll see. As for loot from the actual catacombs themselves, I've got none pretty much. Like, I got the mask somewhere, yeah. No, I can't remember, but you know, I've got the mask, there it is. And then I got the other one as well, but that's it. Like, that's literally all I've got so far. There's just nothing else going on. So the main thing I'm looking for at the moment is Bonzo staff, or like a recon or anything. So if I come to it and then I go to RNG meters, you can see this is what we can drop. And the main thing that I've got that so far, obviously. But the main thing I want is this, the Bonzo stuff, or a recon. So I've got my RNG meter on the Bonzo stuff, but you know, I can also put it on recon if I do a lot of runs and I don't get a Bonzo stuff, I'll just smack it on recon, because then I'm more likely to get, I don't know, I'll just see how it goes. And, you know, hopefully I get it soon, because it's a decent weapon to begin with. It's a lot of damage. It's very annoying, but I just want it because it's, you know, something else completed off the floor. So yeah, you know, that's the main things I'm looking for at the moment. That's just a little check-in that I'm doing. Okay, so it's been a little bit more time, and I've only done a couple more runs since that last clip. If I do this, you can see I'm on 19 out of 25, but I've just run out of time. Like, it's 4 hours before you're seeing this, I think. Or no, it's 5 hours before you're seeing this, and it's like middle of the night. And I've just got no more time left. Like, I've got to get this done, edited and released and everything. So, you know, I'll probably just continue this next time. You know, working on the 100 runs. I'm really close to being able to dungeonize me dragon armor. I'm probably like 1 run away. Because you need cat to 10, and as you can see, I'm very, very close to that. So I can do that next time. And that will really help me damage and me survivability and everything, because at the moment this isn't dungeonized. So I'm not really gaining much stats off these compared to what I'm doing, or what I'm getting from like me dungeonized pieces. And you know, the more stars I add, the more stats it's going to get and everything. It's just going to get better by doing that. So that's all I'll be doing next time. But yeah, that means that just next time I'll just continue dungeons, keep going on it, working on it, and you know, working towards completing the 100 runs so I can get into floor 2. But I don't want to just be too repetitive, so I might do, next episode will be dungeons, and then I might do like another garden episode, or like fishing or something else. Or maybe even go back to foraging, I don't know, I'll have to see. But I just don't want to just do dungeons from now on until I get, like, you know, I want to keep it fresh. So I'm not just going to do dungeons, but next one will be dungeons. So you can look forward to that if you like dungeons. But if not, I'm sorry, you know, just have to stick it through another one. Before I end here, this guy's just, what's it called? Mentioned me, look, he said, I like your videos. If you're watching this, you know, thank you, it means a lot. every time anyone says it, like, it's been a couple of times and I've just been, getting a thumbnail or something, and someone will go like, oh, I watched your video yesterday. It makes me day, honestly. So, I was literally in, like, I just got done recording the outro. So, I'll put this in somewhere. And if that's you, thank you. But if you find something enjoying it, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next time.